So Celeste's brother is finally speaking out, saying he was in contact with Celeste when she was around 11 or 12, and says that David had that Tesla driving around Celeste for the last 3 years.
Sipping slow, yakking the act, thinking I'm mad.
Oh, chant. Run up these likes, run up these likes, run up these likes, ladies and gentlemen. In the latest with this David case, Celeste's brother is finally speaking out, right? Saying that the girl found in David's car, which is Celeste, says he first contacted the victim when she was 11 or 12. Family says he picked her up in the same Tesla she was found deleted in. Yes, right? So the brother is speaking out. I don't know who the brother is, his name or nothing. They're not mentioning it. But he's talking about how he last contacted Celeste when she was around 11 or 12. She passes away at 15. So that's about, 3-4 years ago. And he says that around that time, that same Tesla was used to pick her up. So that means that, guess what? David had this Tesla for a long time. Now, it's being said, or it has been said, that, look, this Tesla is something that he recently bought, but apparently it's the same Tesla that he's been using for years. But let's get more information on this, alright? Because there's a lot more. So it says that Daily Mail reports singer David Burke, age 20, first connected with Celeste Rivas on gaming/social sites like Twitch when she was in the same Tesla where her dismembered, decomposed body was later found wrapped in plastic on September 8th. Celeste had ran away before but disappeared for good in May 2024 at just 13. She still texted friends until late July/early August of 2025 when contact stopped. Weeks later, LAPD discovered her remains after a foul odor came from Burke's abandoned Tesla, which had been spotted around Hollywood for months before being towed. Police raided Burke's $20,000 home, Hollywood Hills rental. Afterwards, masked men in ski masks and armed vests guarded the home as movers cleared boxes. His manager quickly ended the lease. Family and insiders allege Burke was in an underage relationship with Celeste, pointing to matching tattoos. Internet detectives also uncovered a leaked track called Celeste Demo, recorded in late 2023. Legal experts say Burke could face charges from statutory rape and trafficking to kidnapping and murder. Yet LAPD says the case is ongoing and no arrests have been made. His tour was canceled, his team was silent, and fans are left stunned. And that's from Daily Mail, y'all. But he's had this Tesla for a while. They're saying that he picked the girl up in a Tesla when she was around 11 or 12 when they first met, because they met via Discord. That's where they met originally. All right, him playing Fortnite and all that nonsense. And he's 17 at the time, now 20, which is already, being a complete weirdo and Geppetto, even being 17, messing with someone who's 11. That's absolutely insane, right? But here's where things get real tricky, right? Because remember, it was said that David and Celeste were supposed to have a child on the way, correct? Well, we also learned yesterday and the day before that Celeste was also in Mexico being trafficked from LA, correct? Well, here's something that just so happened recently, and which actually happened yesterday. See, this image right here of this lady named La Diabla, alright, Mexican woman known as La Diabla, arrested and accused of running a horrific baby trafficking network where she lured pregnant women, forced them into C-sections, and sold their babies across the border. Remember, Celeste is someone who was supposedly pregnant, right? She was pregnant, right? And she had a baby on the way, according to David, right? So let's read a little bit more into this, because this is getting a little crazy too. It says, U.S. and Mexican authorities says a woman named or known as La Diabla has been arrested and accused of leading a brutal cross-border baby trafficking network. Investigators allege she and her crew lured pregnant women to remote locations, performed 4 C-sections, and sold their newborns to American buyers, which is heinous, right? Which is insane. Now, what are the odds that maybe this was just a C-section going wrong, or that she was a potential victim in this whole thing? Who even knows? This is just me speculating. I don't want nobody saying, hey, this is indeed fact. You dig? See my light? This is so bad, my light keeps turning off, bro. And this ain't the first time. This ain't the first time you seen a creator report this and their lights just start acting up. So I don't know what that's about. Maybe that's just a supernatural occurrence, right? Maybe. But either way, this is all speculation. I'm not saying that this is true. Some of y'all might believe that she could be tied in this whole nonsense with this La Diabla chick because, again, she was in the Mexican border. Someone on Facebook, on the mother's Facebook, Celeste's mother's Facebook, commented and said that, you know, Celeste was out there in Mexico, right, being trafficked or whatnot. So what are the possibilities that, you know, maybe she was giving birth and etc., etc.? We don't know. We don't know what happened. All right, there could be so many possibilities. I'm one of the people that believe that, listen, if David indeed did this himself, that he had help doing it. I believe he orchestrated this in some way. All right, because we all seen the video with him and Celeste saying, hey, dude who rapes children, and him ending the stream. We seen that particular clip. This is why I believe he has something to do with her being up out of here. And I also believe that he had a lot of help doing it. We seen the sickos in his Discord who continue to say that they like children and all this madness and whatnot. We also seen that David is into gore. He thinks gore is better than X-rated film. That's what he thinks. For him, gore is his X-rated film. You dig what I'm saying? That's his pleasure. He thinks that that's something that really excites him. You dig? And that's very weird. So with all that being said, I do believe because of those things that he definitely has something to do with her being gone. And on top of the fact that your Tesla is also abandoned and that she's in the trunk of the vehicle. So how are you not involved? If you're not involved, you know something about it. But why did this happen? I think there's a much deeper plot that we are not gonna know just yet, that the police definitely know, that they just ain't revealing yet until they get more confirmation. But I think this is much bigger than it seems. I think that there's a huge trafficking network behind this, because again, from what we've seen on the Facebook of Celeste's mom, who doesn't really even seem to be super duper involved on caring about what Celeste got going on, at least not now anyway. There could be something going on with that. Now listen, we do have a huge immigration thing going on with the ICE situation in America. Could her mother just not be saying anything just because she's scared she's gonna get kicked out of the country? Listen, we don't know. There's a whole lot to unpack, you know, as time progresses, and we're just gonna keep learning more and more about what's going on. Apparently the brother has spoken out. Yesterday on TMZ, we had David's friends also speaking out about him, saying that he isn't even the type of person that would do something like that from what they know. And then again, it could be damage control too at the same time, because you never know with these guys, right? But who knows what's gonna happen from here? Where does it go from here? What's next? Things are getting awfully strange and a lot more interesting. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section, gang, because this is getting crazy. Make sure you hit up the like if you have not. Join the main second channel, which is called Big Gotham Fire Channel, nearly 1,000 subs. And then we have the Discord, Big Gotham as well. Link in the description. Fire Discord, also nearly 1,000 members, alright? But one more thing before we get all the way up out of here. You ready, gang? East Mayor, doing it only with New York Mayor F. Eric Adams, and you rockin' with the town favorite Showface News, Big Gotham. And you already know it's the town versus everybody at all times. Hit up on the like, share the video. I'm up out of here, gang. Salute.